Well, we take you now back to Brixton in Johannesburg, where civic organizations are calling for active citizenship to address service delivery shortfalls. The Johannesburg Crisis Alliance is hosting a summit to address the ongoing water interruptions and the broader state of the city. The JCA hopes to engage political parties on the matter as well. Our reporter Veronica Makhoali is covering the story for us and joins us now live. Veronica, we started to see people arrive, and really the level of engagement that's expected to take place today?
Absolutely, Naledi. In fact, as we're speaking currently, a conversation is going on inside the Brixton Recreational Centre. This is between political parties and a dialogue, of course, with residents. So far, what I can tell you as an update in this conversation, the issue of coalitions have been really a thorny one for residents here in Brixton in regards to the service delivery issues that they are facing. Many of the residents here have brought up the fact that the instability in council, the instability in regards to the political leadership in Johannesburg has essentially caused chaos for them and has affected their livelihoods. Finance MMC Dada Morero is currently speaking to the residents, speaking to them about the efforts that the city is trying to make in regards to addressing the budget cuts that we continue to see in the city, and in fact one might say even the mismanagement of funds when it comes to those kind of conversations. But one particular resident that we spoke to, who is a community leader, mentioned the fact that it's not just about governance. We should not only just be looking at our political leaders to solve the issues of Johannesburg, but rather actively as residents hold leaders to account. Let's have a listen.
The politicians will say it's a budget. No. We have a deeper problem about the water crisis. Bad governance, corruption, lawlessness, all that which makes a government disabled is the main cause of the water crisis, be it the air pollution, be it safety in the streets, observance of the rules and regulations and the bylaws. That is the main thing, and is testimony of bad governance. Rotting, crumbling governance is all what I can say.
That was Ishmael Mngabela, of course, speaking about what needs to happen in regards to the relationship between residents and leadership and holding them accountable. But another different opinion, and of course, would only be from residents who live in Brixton. I'm joined by Mr. Yunus Suliman. He really is part of the Ward 58 community, and he says essentially the lived experience here and what has been discussed inside the recreational centre is very different. Mr. Suliman, just give us a bit of an explanation of the conversations that are happening inside there and how you have received them as a resident of this community.
Thank you. As a resident of this area for the last 30 odd years, we've seen service delivery declining in this area. As we talk now, parts of this Ward 58, that's Crosby, Mayfair West, have a serious water problem. And we have engaged with senior officials of Joburg Water, and, we just don't seem to be winning here. We've met them, but right now as we talk, the water pressure is very low on certain streets, up to certain areas where there's zero water. And we've engaged the councillor, who's told us we're meeting the various officials, and this is now going on from last year. So while officials, different political parties may be sitting at the top, people at the bottom, want service delivery. So it doesn't only apply to Joburg Water. It applies to across the spectrum. I can prove to you now, for example, I've logged in a complaint about a drain that's blocked. I've got the reference number for 1 year. And JRA haven't even come back to me, let alone, come to sort the problem out. And I believe from what I'm seeing, the various utilities don't work in sync. For example, you'll get Joburg Water coming to dig a burst pipe, come in with their big bulldozers there, and do not then get JRA to come there. And when JRA does come there, they are literally not even sorting out the issue. If you could drive down the same road down here, there's a school out there, and there's a huge ditch there where Joburg Water had dug up. And JRA has actually not even tarred it properly. So these are the challenges facing now. I can even show you streets here where residents have gone out of their own, brought in a private contractor and paid them to sort out potholes, because references have been given and nothing's being done. So we don't see, whilst the political parties at the city council may be fighting it out there, but at the bottom, nothing happens. So I think there has to be from the various utilities a work ethic that, you have to have people who are committed to their work, whether it's Joburg Water or pick it up. I mean, I'll be honest with you, just this very week, I was engaging from our pick it up depot. I happen to know the people there, and it's a lack of service delivery in this area, and the supervisor told me there's no people available. But I can prove to you that comes on a Sunday, the people are working, but aren't they getting double overtime on a Sunday? So where are they during the week? And that is what I was engaging with senior management from the depot that services us. So, those are some of the issues we are faced with challenges all the time. Comes to city power, it's the same thing in this area. Residents log in complaints only to find that the city power tells you the issue, the reference is closed. In the meantime, it hasn't even been done. And residents are forced then to keep phoning city power. So it's just a lack of, in my opinion, work ethic and service delivery, really, and that is what is frustrating residents in this area. What was once a beautiful ward, whether it's city parks that used to maintain the gardens and the parks in this area, it's no more. So who does it stop with? Where does the buck stop?
Well, there you have it, Naledi. Just an explanation from a resident who essentially is bringing forward the miscommunication, the lack of efficient service delivery in the city of Johannesburg. And he is obviously not just the only one. Residents here in this community hall really bringing out the fact that there are several issues, not just of water, not just of political leadership, but it seems to be a broken chain, a broken line of service delivery. Back to you.